Okay, so this is just like a general warm-up flow to get some of the major section of the body going. Thoracic spine, hips, areas that usually get tight and short from just sitting at a desk, everyday life, stuff like that. So this is generally the kind of warm-up I apply to my clients and even to myself if I've been traveling, seated all day, editing video, or whatever it is. This is a nice general flow warm-up. And you can follow along if you want to. Always like to start rolling out the thoracic spine, and the thoracic spine is really any part of the spine with a rib attached to it, so you don't want to go any lower than that typically, because you can overemphasize the lordotic curve in your low back, and generally that's not good. This is definitely an abbreviated version, but I typically roll the lats almost every day, and all my clients, I have them roll their lats because they play such a huge role in shoulder ability, shoulder capacity. And if you're trying to make your clients do this, just know they're not going to like it in the beginning, and they're probably not going to like you. That's fine. So when you're doing to go kind of back and forth and up and down. So then right after hitting the upper back and lats, I like to do kind of a banded opener. So I'll come through here, take the band, get into a nice little hip stretch. And you can even follow that through. Again, the idea of a flow is just to go wherever feels most natural, most needed. Gonna be using your intuition on this one. Go on to the other side. Sometimes I like to hold a position and just breathe into it. Not even really counting. So if anyone's watching and going, oh, you did more on one side than the other, thanks for paying attention. All right, external rotators at the hip. Gonna come take a seat. You wanna go towards the cheek that you're rolling. And if you're not really feeling that, I mean literally not feeling it that much, you can just take a crossball. Those little tendons, even all down. Kind of go up on the TFL, glute med, glute min area. Pretty funky, especially for someone who does kicks a lot. That muscle is going to be shortened and stressed a lot. It's good to go in there and give it some attention. because that muscle being jammed up is going to affect things upstream and downstream. So these are general areas I like to check. Lats, glute med min, adductors for me. I know not everyone has the same adductor issues I have. At least I hope not. So then when I come into this stretch, really focusing on pushing my chest up and through, trying to sit as high as I can. Kind of just holding things for how I feel, but if you want numbers, 30 seconds is always kind of a minimum for stretching. Being able to hold your breath in any of these postures. All right, and if you're trying to roll the adductors, this is an area I have to check pretty often. If anyone has an area that they kind of want to flow to emphasize, and I would suggest this flow mostly for people who have jobs that are seated. Yeah, right now my adductors are really the tightest spot on me. Trying to get to the pancake, but we'll see if I can get there. Don't know what that is. I'm gonna do that stretch here in a minute. In the beginning of this is pretty chill, but here pretty soon we're going to be ramping it up. So, straight. Right there, pretty intense stretch in the adductors for me. That's honestly all I got with a neutral spine. But if I want to fold, I can fold. Get some QL action in there. We want to be flexible and strong. All right, then I'll do like an elephant walk, some down dog. I'm not sure how that audio is going to sound. All right, so from here I would generally start going towards whatever specific warm-ups I need to do for exercise, not even warm-ups, movement prep. If I'm getting ready to squat, I'm gonna start doing some squat patterns, getting ready to pull, gonna get my lats activated, all that kind of stuff. This is just a general flow for areas that I mostly like to address for people who sit down a lot. Hip flexors, rotators, lats, thoracic spine. Gonna be showing some other flow type movements, but this is just one among many. Hope it was helpful. Hope it gave you some ideas if you're trying to go to the gym and just get those kind of areas loosened up. Doing some of these in general will help open up thoracic spine, hip, adductors, which are areas that just get chronically tight for anyone that has a job where you sit a lot, or even a lifestyle that requires you to sit a lot. All right, so hope you liked it. Pay attention for the next one, and thanks for watching. Real quick, there is one movement I meant to put into that flow that I just spaced out on because I'm getting used to doing things on camera. But real quick, had to go back and do this. Get onto your knees. You're gonna get into a child's pose. Thumbs up, head down. And from here, you're gonna try to dip your chest just a little lower. And once you get here, you can practice lifting one hand up at a time. This may seem impossible at first, but even if you lift it off that roller, even a centimeter, it's progress. This is another one I really encourage people to do that have jobs that require you to sit. All right, just had to get that in there.